Tavi and Samara, now rivers, flowed together joyfully through valleys, laughing and splashing over rocks. Their waters sparkled like sunlight, and their playfulness enchanted everyone who saw them. Flowers leaned over to touch their flowing waves, and birds sang as they followed the river's path. The magical connection between them grew stronger with each twist and turn. Samara's laughter echoed like wind chimes, and Tavi's gentle roar harmonized with her melody, creating a magical river song. Far away, Tarj, the lonely river, flowed foaming and calling out to his friends. He wanted to join them, but the currents took him in a different path. Even so, he did not give up. He splashed over rocks and glimmering pebbles, searching for any sign of Samara and Tavi. Though he felt sorrow in his heart, he remembered the sorcerer's words. Tarj was determined to follow the magical pull of friendship, hoping someday the rivers would meet again. As Tavi and Samara flowed together near the sea, they played and danced with the waves. Their waters intertwined like ribbons of silver and blue. Sea creatures swam alongside them, delighted by the sparkling rivers. Samara sometimes lifted her hand and created tiny fountains, while Tavi roared gently to make the waters swirl in playful patterns. Their laughter rang across the valley, mixing with the sound of the wind and the sea, creating a magical music only nature could understand. Tarj, flowing far away, tried to follow the scent of Samara's laughter. He leaped over hills, twisted around trees, and glided past meadows. He called out to Tavi and Samara in his foamy voice, hoping they would hear him. Though he was distant, Tarj's heart was full of love and hope. Every time he saw sunlight sparkle on a water droplet, he imagined Samara's smile, and it made him keep going, even though he didn't yet know how to reunite with his friends. One day, Tavi and Samara reached a wide valley where wildflowers leaned to touch their sparkling waters. Samara twirled, making small rainbows appear above the streams. Birds danced over the rivers, singing joyfully. Tavi splashed and laughed, carrying Samara's sparkling laughter along with him. They were inseparable now, their friendship and magic flowing as one. Together, they brought life to the valley, and the land seemed to celebrate their playful spirits. Tarj continued his journey, winding through forests and glens, calling softly, "Tavi, Samara." His foamy waters glittered with sadness and hope. Sometimes he thought he could see them in the distance, but the rivers twisted in different directions. Yet Tarj never gave up. His heart stayed brave, and he believed that one day he might find his friends. Even as the sun rose and set, he flowed onward, singing quietly to himself, a song of hope and longing. As the rivers flowed on, Samara's laughter echoed through the hills and mountains. Flowers opened wider, and the animals came closer to drink the magical waters. Tavi's gentle currents created tiny waves that danced with Samara's sparkling fountains. Together they made music with water and light, and their magical joy reached far across the land. The forest, valleys, and sea all seemed alive with the sparkle of happiness and the warmth of friendship. Tarj's river journey became longer and longer. He learned to twist around rocks and trees, making new streams as he went. Though he felt lonely, he also discovered hidden valleys and sparkling meadows along the way. Sometimes he would rest under a shady tree, dreaming of the day he might find Samara and Tavi. His heart never stopped hoping, and each droplet of water that fell from his waves carried a whisper of love and friendship. Tavi and Samara reached Cornwall, on the western coast of England, flowing together through a wide, sunlit valley. Their waters sparkled like diamonds, reflecting the blue sky. They splashed and laughed, creating little whirlpools and fountains that delighted the forest creatures. Samara twirled in joy, and Tavi carried her gently on the flowing waves. Their river song was now famous in the land, a melody of friendship, joy, and magic that everyone could hear if they listened carefully. Tarj, still flowing in the opposite direction, could see distant hills where Tavi and Samara might be. He called to them with foamy waves and a bubbling voice, hoping to guide them back together. Even though he was far, his love for his friends never faded. Each twist in his river path brought him closer to understanding the magic of rivers and the joy of friendship. Though separated, he never stopped dreaming of reuniting with Samara and Tavi. Samara and Tavi continued their joyful river journey, splashing and singing along the coast. They discovered hidden waterfalls and sparkling pools, weaving through valleys with laughter and delight. Birds and fish followed them, dancing to their magical rhythm. Even though Tarj was far away, his distant calling became part of the background song, creating a melody of hope and connection. The rivers moved together, a perfect dance of magic, love, and playful spirits, lighting up the land wherever they flowed. And so, Tavi and Samara flow together, singing, laughing, and playing along the rivers of Cornwall. Tarj, still a little apart, flows foaming, calling for them with hope in his heart. Even though they are apart, the magical rivers carry their joy, laughter, and love across the land. Dear kids, with this today's story comes to an end. Very soon we will be back with a new and interesting story. Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching, kids. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel for more fun and exciting videos of stories. See you next time. Bye-bye.